Hello and welcome to another exciting BBA webinar. A very warm welcome to all of you. Thank you for joining us today and we hope you're having a good day. Before we start, just some housekeeping bits that I'd like to go through to ensure that you can interact with us throughout the course of the webinar. If you have any questions, please feel free to send them through the questions tab, which I believe is on the right side of your screen. And we'll do our best to answer as many questions as we can towards the end of the webinar. Just to let you know, we are recording this webinar, so if you'd like to rewatch it or share it with a colleague, please feel free to do so and keep a lookout for the link, which we will publish soon after. My name is Shamala Yusuf, and I'll be hosting the conversation today. The topic of discussion today is evolving demands of the highway construction supply chain. In this discussion, we will be talking about HAPAS, the Highways Authority's product approval scheme, and the benefits of achieving a HAPAS certification with a BBA. Some of the topics that we aim to cover under this webinar include how HAPAS fits within the supply chain and the impact that it has on industry stakeholders, and also discuss some of the key trends within the civils industry. I would now like to welcome our panelists for today, Jessica Glover, HAPAS Sales Manager at the BBA. Jess has been with the BBA for almost 6 months now and has previously worked for several product manufacturers within the highways industry for nearly 15 years. Jumping straight into the content, Jess, I believe you have a lot to share with us. So just to start off with, can you briefly explain the benefits and outline the benefits of third-party certification and sort of why that enables and how that enables innovation, risk mitigation, and demonstrating product performance?
Yeah, of course. Thank you. So third-party product certification aims to mitigate risk. And it does this through detailed product assessment, testing, audit and inspection, and we do that from manufacture to installation of the product. It also ensures the product is fit for purpose and reduces the risk of failure. Specifiers and designers at project planning stage recognise the benefits of third-party certification and can include this as a requirement when looking for products to be used on the network. It also helps with development of schemes and requirements for products that haven't got existing standards, and that directs a high level of quality through accountability and risk mitigation compared to products that haven't got a third-party certificate. But also the value of product performance, so it proves the product can do what it says, which helps with integrity of the product in the marketplace.
Right. So sort of this then makes me naturally ask you the next question, which is about HAPAS. What is HAPAS? What does it mean? And why is it so important within the civils and highways industry?
Okay, so HAPAS, as you said earlier, is the Highways Authority's product approval scheme. It was introduced back in 1995 as a collaboration between National Highways, the County Surveyors Society, which we now know as ADEPT, and the BBA. The HAPAS scheme was set up with one clear objective, and that is to develop national approval, assessment, testing and certification for innovative products, materials and systems for use in the highways and related areas. And over 20 years later, we're still doing that. The HAPAS scheme offers clear and consistent testing methods for products and systems that are used across the UK highway network. So it means that any products that have got a HAPAS certificate have been reviewed and tested and ensure that the product complies with all relevant regulations and standards. And it can remove the risk, the need then for individual authorities to carry out their own assessments because the HAPAS certification is already there. And it also helps highways engineers when they're planning the project. It gives them data on product performance, design and the installation.
Right. And so where would you say HAPAS fits within the highway construction supply chain? How is it used and who would use it?
So ultimately it sits with the product manufacturer. So they'd be responsible for obtaining HAPAS certification. And this can usually be because the designer or specifier or the end user has requested that materials used on the highway or road must be HAPAS approved. So yeah, with the product manufacturer, that's where it fits.
So how would you say a product manufacturer know that they require or need a HAPAS certificate for their products?
So there's standard requirements that are documented by National Highways, and that's within their manual of contract documents for highways. And within there, it will stipulate the design and the performance requirements for the product. So product owners or manufacturers can look at the HAPAS requirements on the National Highways website, or they can come to the BBA and we can help them with that. So we can look at what's needed, what's required. We can check the documents and then come back with a proposal and let them know what it is they need. And then for sort of any new innovative products, the BBA again can help. We can help with scope of work, with the testing, etc. But also tender documents. So when a new project comes out and within that documentation, there'll be a specification, and in the specification, HAPAS certification may be required. But again, with communication with the BBA and other industry bodies, any new products that aren't covered by the standard requirements, we can help with route to market through National Highways. So yeah.
So who determines what is required to be tested to form part of the assessment?
So that would be determined by National Highways, the BBA, and then any other supporting technical panels such as the RSTA, MPA, etc. Again, going back to the manual of contract documents, so requirements can be defined within there, or the HAPAS technical specification document. Any ongoing performance of the product is ensured by the quality plan, which is agreed, and the quality plan will have detailed testing requirements, which us at the BBA regularly audit.
Right. So how can the BBA then help with the testing? How long does it take, for example, to be tested as they call it, HAPAS approved?
Okay, so we have our own testing facility based down in Watford near our head office. We offer a wide range of testing, which can be applied for on our standard application form, or through myself. I can help with that as sales manager for HAPAS. We've got a very experienced HAPAS team that can assist with this. With regards to how long it takes to be, as you say, HAPAS approved, it can vary really. It can take anything from 6 to 36 months, and that's all dependent on the product type, the information that's provided. It is a very in-depth process, so the assessment covers from the production of the product to the installation, and then the in-situ performance, which again, depending on the product, its in-situ performance can be monitored over anything up to 2 years or over. So, and then we have to check all this against appropriate lab testing, and it involves a lot of knowledge and experience, which we have within the BBA, and a relevant understanding of the industry. So although it can be quite a lengthy process, it's very in-depth. It's and it gives confidence at the end that the product's been through a really stringent process and the product can do what it says it can do.
So any trends or insights that you can share emerging within the civils and highways industry?
So I think the main one is net zero. So global warming, we all watch the news, global warming, carbon reduction, all those words we hear every day when we're looking at the news. So yeah, so net zero is a major initiative within the industry. And the impact that has on HAPAS is the production of warm mix asphalt, which we're already working with clients on. We already have clients that have HAPAS certification on those products. Also looking at carbon reduction, we're looking at recycling, another massive initiative. Again, helps to reduce the carbon footprint and offers a greener solution to the industry. So we're looking at things like recycled plastics, recycled tyres, reclaimed asphalt going back into product mixes. And again, the BBA, we can support with that. We can help our client base with developing these and bringing them into the market. We're also looking at improved performance and durability of products, so whole life costs. So rather than using tried and tested methods, we're looking at new products that can be used, which they might cost more to install, but will outperform any existing methods. And then looking also at methods of extending the existing network. So where you see asphalt or that's already laid, and instead of sort of taking it up and replacing it, we're looking at asphalt preservation systems, crack repair products, which again we're already working with our client base on at getting through the HAPAS accreditation. But National Highways and other technical groups were constantly reviewing innovative products that can help reduce carbon, reduce the impact of global warming, and bring new products into the market.
Interesting. And I suppose the last question that I have to you would be to sort of inquire about ways the HAPAS is or can support product innovation globally.
Okay, yeah, so HAPAS certification only covers the UK. However, it is recognised and valued globally. We have clients from over 72 countries. And, we're happy to engage with international manufacturers who want to supply into the UK, and we'll support with any new products or innovations. It's what we're good at, what we like doing. It's what we're about. So even though it's HAPAS is UK, we work internationally, and we're always happy to work with new clients, whether it be in this country or internationally.
I believe that's the end of all the questions that I had. If anyone from the audience have any questions, please send them through. So Jess can answer them. She'd be happy to. I haven't gotten any questions, which is a first. Usually I do. We can wait for, No, nobody has any questions.
No questions.
I guess we've answered all the questions then. Jess, anything else that you would like to add before we end the webinar?
If anyone does have any questions and want to take them offline, then I'm happy to pick anything up offline.
Yeah, that's great. So thank you everybody for joining us today. As Jess said, if you have any questions, please feel free to send us an email at hello@bbsarts.co.uk, and one of us, somebody from the team, would be in touch with you. Thank you everyone for joining again, and hope to see you soon one day.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.